Are we live? Looks like we're live. What's up, everybody? If you've been watching me for a while, there was at one time I would have said Founders KBS was my absolute all-time #1 favorite beer of all time. But that was like a good 10 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. I mean, I get it every year when it comes out. It's nice that it's fairly cheap now compared to how much it used to be. I remember back in the Albany days, like one bottle was like 10 or 15 bucks. I think the cheapest it ever was, it was like $20 for a 4-pack, so you get a single bottle for like $5. This one was $6.99 plus tax. So this is the 2020, bottled on October 27th, 2021. So it's November, December. Oh, 5.5 months old. You want some beer, Leo? I don't think you'll like it. He smelled it. He's like, I don't want that. Anyway, let's dive in here. Speaking of smelling it. My sinuses are a little stuffed up. Just getting over this cold, but I smell the usual smell, like deep black licorice, vanilla, a chocolatiness. Yeah, I just get a lot of vanilla, the woody, barrel character. If there's, I mean, obviously there's alcohol there, but it's not like, I was gonna say there's alcohol there, I'm not really smelling, or it's not like, rubbing alcohol or anything. This is pretty strong, it's 12% ABV. As far as appearance, just super dark brown body, had about a thumb of foam. One thing I always liked about KBS is the head hung in there. It's actually like a creamy texture. It's actually not as dark as it used to be. Well, maybe, I don't know, I have to go back and look, but I remember this being like super dark. I think like Cigar City Marshall 𝐓𝐶𝐞𝐫 is probably like the darkest head I've ever seen. It's like a crumbled up Oreo cookie. So anyways, let's dive in here. Cheers. Wow, that's a lot of really, really vanilla. By the way, if you follow me on Instagram, I got a new Instagram. I'm just at @𝐶𝐻𝓮𝓻𝓲 on Instagram. I'm doing my beer. Like what I do is, I still check into beer in Untapped, but I copy and paste the beer review into Instagram, and then I might, since there's limited space on Untapped, I might add a few more lines on Instagram, and then of course a shitload of hashtags. So follow me on Instagram, because you'll see like way more beer reviews on there than you will on here. I'm only doing video reviews of like really special beers like this. Yeah, so I get a chocolatey syrup flavor, vanilla, the woodiness, just the bourbon barrel character. And I kind of forgot that this beer is made with chocolate and coffee. I keep thinking it's like, Goose Island, where it's just an imperial stout that's barrel aged, but yeah, so there's the chocolate on there, yeah, is definitely coming through. Coffee, not so much. The coffee is, wow, that faded quick, unless like I wouldn't be surprised, but I was gonna say maybe the store that I bought this from, had it sitting out baking in the Florida sun, or maybe the distributor or something. But also, coffee fades really quick. It's like any coffee stout or coffee porter or any beer with coffee in it, you actually want to drink it fairly quick, otherwise that coffee will fade and you're just left with like a regular imperial stout. So the coffee on here, it's way in the background. It's more like the coffee, the bitterness of coffee, like black coffee. It's just straight, just the coffee beans, that kind of flavor. No cream, no sugar. like I said, there is like kind of a vanilla flavor. I mean, you're gonna get vanilla from the natural, the wood character from the barrel, and then obviously if it's made with chocolate, you know, chocolate and vanilla, very very similar flavor, especially milk chocolate. The alcohol in here is really really smooth. I'm surprised. I remember the last few years this beer being just like fire, and this one is quite smooth. It doesn't. I don't get any heat at all. Well, maybe like a tiny little bit. It's really really smooth. Like that's how Goose Island is, and Goose Island can get up to like, you know, 13, 14, 15% ABV. This is 12, you know, which is, you know, that's nothing to sneeze at, but just that alcohol is really really smooth. I'm surprised. Yeah, now that I'm like really paying attention, yeah, the coffee is just like this, the bitterness and kind of like a black coffee flavor, just kind of like in the aftertaste. The best coffee stouts are like something that's a little bit more, you know, between like 6 and 8% ABV. You know, when you get like super imperial stouts, extreme stouts. Let's see. Raining on Your Parade said it was boozy fresh. I'm drinking it 2022 right now. I didn't know. Are they making this year round? I thought they only do this once a year, because this was bottled October last year. So I mean, if they're doing it year round or like quarterly or something, that'd be interesting. Does have that bourbon flavor to it. And actually, what I was saying about my Instagram from a few minutes ago is, what I had for dinner is I had a steak and I had a shot of Evan Williams bourbon on whiskey stones, and like that bourbon is like pure vanilla. It's really sweet. It's really hot though, and this beer it definitely has the same kind of vanilla flavor as the Evan Williams, but obviously nowhere near the potency of it. I mean, that's 86 proof, you know, 86 proof, 43% ABV. This is 12, so it's like what, a quarter of that as far as ABV. Well, maybe like somewhere between a third and a quarter. Chocolate's kind of fading now. I'm just getting more just of the straight bourbon flavor. The new 2020 is awesome. They changed the label so they will be easy to spot. Yeah, you know, I think I saw that now that I think about it. I know there's also an espresso edition, because I reviewed it last year, and I think there's like a mocha edition or something. Or a salted caramel. Is there a salted caramel edition? Problem is, like, you know, it's funny, like Founders KBS Honey Tier Chocolate, those are like the original pastry stouts, for lack of a better term. I'm kind of sick of like every brewer throwing like, they're just turning everything into pastry stouts now. And we're just throwing whole sugar, whole chocolate, trying to make everything taste like donuts, taste like, you know, a bear claw or, you know, a beignet or whatever. It's like, just have a regular imperial stout. So I kind of appreciate these old school. I mean, this is old school by today's standards. Mouthfeel is, yeah, pretty. I'd say medium full. I don't know if I'd go straight up medium. It's not syrupy. It's still got enough carbonation in there, so it doesn't feel, you know, like, you know, thick or sticky or whatever. And what's nice is that the beer's still lacing. They just did a hazelnut. Oh, okay. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, I think I saw a hazelnut at Total Wine. I guess this is a shitty liquor store down the block. I actually wanted to get 𝐷𝐸𝐾 Porter to pair with my steak, but they didn't have it, so I got this. But I was like, well, I don't want to do KBS with food. I just want to do it on its own. So this is like my dessert. So as far as rating on this one, it's good, but again, it is not. I don't know if they changed the recipe or the brewers or what, but I mean, it's just, or maybe it's just because I've had so many beers. You know, this was a mind blower back in 2012 or 2010, 11, whenever I first had it, and now it's like, it's better than like most, you know, fly by night breweries making imperial pastry stouts. But it's just not. It's not a mind blower. Though the CBS last time I had that one was really really good. And I think I actually like Goose Island a little bit better than this. So as far as rating, I think it's a solid 4 out of 5, maybe 4.25. I just really can't go any higher than that. In fact, I could, if somebody was rating this fairly low, I could kind of understand. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go straight 4 out of 5. It's good, you know. It is not a, for me right now. This particular bottle is not a Hall of Fame serving, but I'm really gonna enjoy this beer. So, anyways, thanks for watching, and again, check me out on Instagram at @𝐶HADPOLANDS. One of these days, I'm gonna go through all 2,000 of these beer reviews and update all the social media apps and all that stuff. So, yeah, I will see you guys whenever I see you. Check me out on Instagram. I'm on there every day. All right.